This was something that nobody was supposed to know, and we couldn't tell anybody at all. But the big thing was she was dying of leukemia, and that. And just as this remarkable coincidence, you know, the hand of fate, the intervention of God in the universe, I was the only person that could help her. And if I didn't do this, she was going to die.
The guides told him that he was the only member of the group who had healing powers that could be used to help Aviva recover from her leukemia. They brought him in, they brought him closer to Aviva. They then advised the previous hypnotist that his time was up and that Sanford should be looking after her in her trance state, and that Sanford could do the healing, and that's why he should become the leader of the group. So this is what happened, and Sanford, in giving the healing, being instructed by the guides to place his hands on Aviva's body, and he would feel through his fingers great sensations of cold or heat, depending on the instructions the guides were giving him.
I could actually feel these energies flowing, and feel the results of them, and it would take a long time to describe, but there were many different physical manifestations of this.
If Aviva had a serious pain problem with her leukemia, she would call Sanford. He'd come rushing down, talk her into trance, administer the healing, bring her back, and then he would talk to Russell, the main guide, and Russell would say, "Great job, Sanford, you know. Without you, we couldn't carry on."
What was actually happening was that I was suffering some real physical and mental and emotional problems because of all of the, not only demands, but also because of all this energy that was going through. And only after the fact, when I broke clean and got away from it, did I realize that they were doing it. They were creating this dependency. I would have to go and not only heal her, but put her down and ask them, being Russell and Tuck too, who was supposedly my guide, to channel energies through me to sort of balance my energies or fix me, because I was getting right weird. You know, these strange energies were flowing through me, and I was having hallucinations and all kinds of physical problems. And geez, these guys were really great. You know, about 10 minutes with them, flowing energy through me, and I was fine. I was like an addict that just had a hit. You know, I was great. I just felt on top of the world. It was only afterwards I realized they were doing it. They were creating it. They were creating the dependency.
And so he found that he was like a psychic drug addict. He would be going to Aviva not only to help her restore her health, but in fact to pump up his own flagging energies. And it was only when he pulled away that he began to realize, hey, you know, I feel better. And he said he realized that he felt better because he was no longer under their sphere of influence.
Sanford Allison went into channeling with no background training in metaphysics or meditation or in the use of higher mind or in the use of discrimination. It appears that the entity was well aware of that.
But Sanford Allison did not lack training. As a practicing psychic, he had much experience in the realm of metaphysics. However, this training did not prove to be a safeguard.
I was really what you would call over the edge. I was not rational throughout that time, and it got to that point. I was totally dependent on them, whoever they were. And outside of that, I was just subject to illusions and delusions and forces that I had no understanding of.